Was Secretary General. And then from there, I went to the United States to do a master's degree in linguistics and a diploma in teaching English as a second language. I was helped in that project by Dr. Bernard Fondon, a wonderful man. Fondon was a patriot. It didn't matter to him where you came from. He didn't find out from me. He knew that I'd done a degree in English, an honors degree in English, and because he was connected with the University of Yaoundé and was interested in what was going on, he got to know this American organization, African American Universities Program, and submitted my application, and I was accepted to go and do a master's degree in the University of California in Los Angeles. I went, and I was to come back and start. Changes that were taking place. I came to Yaoundé for a start that enabled me to harmonize the system of parliamentary administration. And a bureau of the assembly was elected, swearing in Effiom as the first speaker, and, Honorable Joa as the prime minister, Honorable Foncha, Fonangwafo, people like that, when I was clerk of the House. And after that, when Mr. Muna became prime minister, I was hoping to resign and still come to the university, but when he came, he said I should be his private secretary. It was an interesting thing because being the Secretary General of the House of Assembly, or the Southern Cameroon House of Assembly, it was the position of a head of department. But when he came and suggested that I should be his private secretary, I was a bit taken aback. But he had asked Honorable Egbe and Honorable Ngwafo to talk to me. So they invited me and they made a proposal to me. I reminded them that I was holding the responsibility of a head of department, and I didn't think it was a good suggestion to face people like Honorable Egbe and Fonangwafo convincing you to serve a personality like Mr. Muna. I had to yield. And I told them, well, so long as it's Mr. Muna, I will accept the demotion. And I accepted, and I was appointed private secretary. And I remember my friends, my colleagues, they just ridiculed me. How do you become a bag carrier, kitchen boy? And they just ridiculed me. But I stuck to it. And I think I did a job that improved the position of private secretary. Then I was now appointed Secretary General in the Prime Minister's office. In 1969, when I was appointed, I expected that my friends who had ridiculed me would come and say, wait, man, you humbled yourself, you've been lifted up. But it was the contrary. They were so jealous, and because they expected to get the position. And I was surprised that in one breath you blamed me for accepting this thing. Now I'm promoted. Now However, I put up with it, and I was Secretary General till early 1972 when I went on leave, and on return from leave I was called to come to Yaoundé to work in the Ministry of Territorial Administration with Minister Isi Vodo.
It can be baffling how things have changed. Critical to effective public service delivery is the need to lodge civil servants in comfortable houses. It seems not to be the case today with the disorder we see all around. But in the colonial period, civil servants had to be lodged in government buildings. The type of house in which a civil servant was lodged immediately conveyed his rank to the casual onlooker. If you were married, you had a right to a particular type of house. Having worked in different capacities and categories, David ATOGHO3 lived in different houses and in different layouts. For instance, he lived in house number 111A. Some of these houses still exist today, but unfortunately, they don't serve the same purpose. Some have even been sold out to private individuals, their numbers wiped out.
Well, I was appointed Deputy Director for Territorial Organization. I worked, my immediate director was David Aboem, a wonderful guy. After he was promoted somewhere, the next person I worked with was